My beloved child, today is not an ordinary day, and this is not an ordinary message. Today, heaven has marked this moment with precision. Jesus himself is reaching toward you right now. Not later, not tomorrow, but now. If this showed up in front of you, it is because you were meant to see it. This is really bad. Something is already moving in the spirit, and the next 30 minutes are very important. Don't take this lightly because times like this don't come around very often. Pay attention to this. A lot of people are scrolling, moving, and being distracted, but you stopped here. That isn't a mistake. Jesus knows where to look for his, and today, he purposely broke up your routine. There is a reason why this message was sent to you instead of the noise. Right now, heaven is not yelling at the crowd. It is whispering right to you. I will explain what is going on behind the scenes. The Lord saw how hard things have been for you. He heard the questions you didn't say out loud. You almost gave up and said, "I don't know how much longer I can hold on." He saw that. Jesus didn't scold you. Instead, he walked closer. He sent Archangel Michael to watch over this moment, and make sure nothing gets in the way of what is about to happen. Time is important, so this is a big deal. If you know what to do, you can step through divine windows that open for a short time. You can ignore them, and they will close quietly. Jesus wants to talk to you, because things are coming together in a way that cannot be put off any longer. What your spirit is telling you is real. That strange pull you felt before you clicked on this video wasn't a fluke. It was an answer. Pay close attention. Do not be afraid for the next 30 minutes. They have to do with teaching. Heaven isn't trying to scare you with this message. Heaven is telling you to get ready. There is a change going on in your life that not everyone should know about just yet. That is why you were told not to tell anyone about this before they show up in power. Some things grow best in silence. As a keeper of divine order, Archangel Michael is present. Archangel Michael is always ready to help fix things in heaven. He keeps what God is building safe, and stops anything that tries to get in the way. He is standing on the edge of your future right now, making sure that doubt, distractions, and voices from outside of you don't get in the way of what Jesus has planned for you. Says Jesus, "Open your eyes and stay with me." This message is being shown one step at a time. Every word is meant to be there. Every pause is important. You might have a strange sense of urgency, like something important is about to come to light. That is how you should feel. There is a truth that will shake you to your core that you will never see the same way again. Do not rush. Do not do more than one thing at once. Pay full attention to this moment. When Jesus talks quickly, it is not because he cannot keep up. He steps in before things get too bad, because he loves you that much. He is stepping in early, so you don't have to clean up after him. This shows mercy at work. You might be wondering why I am here. It is a simple but deep answer you heard before. You believed even when it was hard. Life tried to make you tough, but you stayed soft. You didn't let your faith die even when it felt weak. That is why heaven believes this message comes from you. Now something is being kept from you, until you get this instruction. The mood around you will change once you understand what Jesus is telling you. It will be easier to make decisions. Worry will lose its hold. Where there used to be stress, there will now be peace. This isn't just empty words. All of this is spiritual alignment. The presence of Archangel Michael means both protection and permission. It means you don't have to be afraid to move forward. What tried to hold you up before will not be able to do so after today. Jesus is putting a line around your life that you cannot cross. Pay attention. Why did this have to get to you today on this exact date? And why it couldn't wait even one more hour? What comes next will explain that. Now things start to make sense. Take a deep breath. You are safe. You are seen. Plus, you are right where you should be right now. Hello, my dear. As you read on, keep in mind that what Jesus is doing now is more than just comforting you. He is making things clear. It is not always because you are not trying hard enough. Sometimes it is because of spiritual noise around you. You have had too many people talk to you, give you advice, and expect too much from your life. That noise is being turned down today by Jesus so you can hear what has always been true. At this very moment, heaven wants you to calm down. You don't have to feel everything you have been feeling. Some of the weight you carried was not yours to carry. Jesus knows this, which is why he reached out to you today. Instead of letting you keep carrying extra weight, he steps in like this, because he wants to help you figure out what is real and what is not in your life. Archangel Michael is still close by. Not just as a figure in the distance, but as someone who watches over your spiritual space. Things will try to pull you away from him while he is there, but they will not be able to if you stay focused. Your heart is feeling alert for a reason. You can tell when someone is telling you the truth. That sense of recognition is coming back to life. Jesus wants you to think about something for a second. Remember the last few weeks. Take note of how things almost went well, but then stopped. Take note of how answers seemed close at first, but then got away. What they did wasn't punishment. That was a wait for safety. There were doors that were closed, because you weren't supposed to go through them yet. You would have been happy with less than what heaven wanted, if you had. This is where things get serious today. You need to be smart, not desperate, as you move on to the next part of your life. Jesus is clearing up your vision, so you don't mix up urgency and alignment. Something is not from God just because it feels like it came right now. Besides, something is not late just because it takes time. Heaven is precise and doesn't act in a panic. You were picked to see this because you need to make a choice. Not every choice looks dramatic. Some changes are quiet ones that happen inside you. You decide what you will no longer put up with, what you will no longer chase, and what you will finally trust God with. Today, Jesus is talking to that choice inside of you. Besides that, something else is being shown. You didn't realize how much someone else was affecting how you feel. Not always with bad intentions, but sometimes because they don't understand. Jesus doesn't want you to slash people off when you are mad. He wants you to stop letting them tell you what you are worth or where you should go. God can raise you up, but not everyone can go with you like they used to. Archangel Michael plays a big part in this. He tells the difference between truth and lies. Lines that were fuzzy are being drawn again. You will feel more confident in places where you were unsure. Not every answer will show up right away though, but it does mean you will not doubt yourself as much. That is the first big step forward. Jesus also talks to your worry about missing out. You are afraid that you will miss your chance if you wait. Pay attention to this. Things that are meant for you cannot go to someone else. Fear-based action is the only thing that can put it off. That is why this message came before the next step instead of after it. Remember that heaven is keeping you from regret. Right now, something is changing in the way you see things. It is becoming clear to you that taking it easy doesn't mean you are weak, or that you are being passive. Jesus took a break before doing big miracles. Silence often came before the most important things he said. You are being asked to follow the same pattern. Don't rush through this moment. Being aware is what makes today so serious. As soon as you know you are in charge, they are responsible to listen, to pause, and to respond with thought, instead of emotion. Jesus has put his trust in you to do that. He wouldn't have talked over you like this otherwise. Archangel Michael stays alert, because there will be small tests, small distractions, small doubts, and everyday tasks that try to take your attention away. They are not dangerous on their own, but if you let them work together, they can weaken what God is doing. Keep your mind on it. Stay in the present. The deeper reason why this message couldn't wait will start to become clear in what comes next. What you have been praying quietly has something to do with what is about to happen in public in your life. They are not as far apart as you think. Take this in, you are not behind. We haven't forgotten about you. You are not forgotten. Care is being taken to get you ready, and getting ready can feel a lot like being still before moving. Stay. The next thing that happens will give you new information that will change how you think about everything that follows. Before we go into more detail about what Jesus is telling us, I want you to show your faith right now. Please type Amen in the comments below if you think that God is talking to you right now, and if you can feel the truth rising in your spirit. You should not just say that, but you should say it as a statement that you are awake, listening, and ready to receive what God is releasing. Your Amen is more than just a word. It is a deal with God. As you type, keep in mind that angels notice when heaven and earth agree. Show your faith. Now type Amen and let God hear you. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description, or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site, you are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. Now, my beloved, we will get to the heart of why this message feels so strong. Right now, Jesus is not only talking to you, but also setting you up. There are times when God speaks softly and times when He speaks right away. Today is important because soon something will respond to your obedience. Heaven is not waiting for things to happen. It is waiting to be lined up. Alignment starts in the Spirit long before it shows up in your life. You ask God to show you something. Your silent question was whether you should hold on or let go, whether you should wait or move, and whether what you felt was real, or just your feelings. That prayer is being answered right now by Jesus. There is still talk going on after this message. It is proof that the conversation has already begun. Witnesses include Archangel Michael. In the Bible, Archangel Michael was always there to defend truth when God was about to set it in stone. There is safety in what Jesus is telling you, because He is here. There is no confusion that can change it. No fear has the power to stop it. Now is a clear moment, and clear moments always need a response. This is what Jesus wants you to fully grasp. You will need to be brave for what is coming at you. Not because it is dangerous, but because you have never seen it before. Pain that you know feels safer than blessing that you don't know. You have learned how to survive, but now God wants you to grow. What you are used to get stretched when you expand. That is why this is both heavy and holy. Let me tell you something specific that Jesus is fixing in you right now. You have been measuring your progress by what you can see. But heaven measures progress by how well you follow the rules. It looks like you did more right than you think. You prayed even though it didn't seem worthy. You didn't get angry when you could have. It would have been easier for you to close your heart when you kept it open. You have more power than you think over these choices. This is also where you need to be responsible. When the truth comes out, it cannot be hidden. You should trust what God shows you next, even if it is different from what you thought it would be. These 30 minutes are about becoming aware, not taking action. Do not do something quickly. Let things settle down first. Things will naturally move forward. Take a moment to think about this message if it is hitting home. Like, share, and leave a comment about your faith on this message, to let others know it exists. Stay in touch by subscribing to this space. What is happening doesn't end here. Now, pay close attention because what comes next is very important. This is not a secret. That is why you were told not to talk about it yet. It keeps you safe. Not everyone understands divine timing, and sharing too soon can lead to doubt before faith is fully formed. Jesus told people a lot of times to be quiet until the right time. You are being taught the same thing. Now, Archangel Michael's job is to protect your faith from doubters who will try to sneak up on you and ask if this is really God or just a coincidence. But chance doesn't always speak clearly. Dates, feelings, and answers don't always line up so perfectly by chance. This is divine orchestration. Stay tuned, because what is coming next will link the work God has been doing that you cannot see to something very useful in your life. You will start to see patterns that aren't a failure, but of getting ready. This is where a lot of people leave too soon. But if you stay, you can see before you move on. You should receive this spiritual activation. If this message speaks to you, type "I am stepping into my season" in the comments. I hope to step in is not enough. You need to say that you are moving now. By writing those words, you are aligning your voice with what heaven wants. You are communicating to the spiritual realm that you are no longer content to watch. You are moving forward. Make it stand out. Be sure when you write it. Make your comment something you will remember, as the point at which things changed. Now type "I am stepping into my season" to take control of your moment. Before you move on, you should receive this spiritual activation. Please write, "I receive divine timing" in the comments, if you feel like this message is to you. The blessing code 777 has just been sent to you, which means alignment, protection, and clarity this season. Now that the confirmation is out, Jesus is helping you get a better sense of what this change will look like. A lot of people get divine movement wrong, because they expect noise, speed, and change right away. But what God is doing with you now is much more permanent, quiet and steady. This isn't just a short-term emotional high. This is a change in your inner world that will make it easier for your outer world to follow. Some of your reactions may already be different. Things that used to make me anxious are starting to lose their power. Things that used to scare you now seem far away, and almost small. That doesn't mean you are losing care. That is when you become stable. Jesus is keeping you stable so that what is coming will not be too much for you. You need to understand something important. A lot of the time, the enemy attacks just before clarity, not after. Being confused, tired, emotionally heavy, and having doubts about yourself were all signs that you were almost at a breakthrough. That is why this message had to get to you right now. Heaven doesn't tell you before the storm, before it clears. It gets you ready because protection is still going on. Archangel Michael is still here. When alignment gets better, resistance often tries to show up for good. There is no danger ahead. It means that the old ways of doing things are losing ground, and are no longer in charge. As your spirit gets used to this new position, you may feel emotional resistance at times. Do not see that as a failure. It is time for change here. Jesus wants you to get something very clear. You don't need to figure out everything on your own. You need to trust what is being shown to you one layer at a time. No, God doesn't give you the whole picture all at once. He does this to keep you from being too overwhelmed. The things you need right now are being given to you, not more and not less. Under the surface, there is also healing going on. You are slowly letting go of old disappointments that you thought you had moved on from. Not by force or argument, but by telling the truth. When the truth comes in, lies naturally fall apart. You are becoming aware that some of the guilt you felt was not yours to bear. Some of the things you feel bad about, and punish yourself for, have been forgiven a long time ago. This is where maturity starts to take the place of striving. There is no longer any need for validation or proof. You are learning to trust what God has said even before it comes true. That kind of faith is strong, because it cannot be changed by what is going on. Jesus wants to teach you how to be strong without being stiff, how to be open without putting yourself at risk of getting hurt. In the next few hours and days, pay close attention to your discernment. You will be able to tell what needs your attention, and what doesn't. This will not be a judgment, but a peace. You will not feel as much pressure to perform or explain yourself. And you will not be as afraid of letting people down. That is growth, not change. The fact that Archangel Michael is there also means something else. Boundaries are being set up again. People used to take advantage of your kindness, but now you are safe. Where your silence was taken as a sign of weakness, power is being established. You are not getting tougher. You are becoming more clear. And even when it is quiet, clarity always gets respect. Jesus is also getting you ready for a conversation, or insight, that is about to happen. It could be between two people or involve someone else. In either case, you will do something different than what you normally would. You will not act out of fear. You will answer from a place of understanding that, by itself, will make a difference. Don't be surprised if you feel a strange mix of calm and excitement. That combination shows up a lot when God is about to do something that backs up what He said. Being calm means you are safe. When you expect something, you are ready. They show alignment when used together. What is happening now is very important. Even though it doesn't seem dramatic yet, the foundation set the stage for everything that comes next. Jesus builds slowly in places where he wants to build for good because of what he is building in you. You are not being rushed. Stay alert, but don't worry or focus too much, just be aware. Allow the words you heard to stay with you. Let them change the way you think, rest and pray. As the season changes, it will be more important to be wise than to move quickly. What happens next will start to show how this change inside will soon show up outside. There will soon be no doubt about the link between your preparation and your goal. Hold on to this moment. You are closer than you think. This is not the end of what God has to say. It is just the start. That is why I want you to right now subscribe to this channel, not after. When you remember, know right now. The act of subscribing is a prophetic act of alignment. I am staying connected to what God is releasing. I am not walking away from my breakthrough. It locks you into divine timing when you click the subscribe button. You are making sure you don't miss the next word, the next instruction, or the next part of how heaven is showing itself to you. Stay in alignment and don't let anything else pull you away. Sign up now to secure your link to this prophetic flow. My beloved child, let's talk about what Jesus is doing in you on a deeper level right now. It is hard to notice this part, but it is strong. God is changing the way you think about the past, so that it doesn't affect your future. A lot of people carry around old stories that God never wrote, and they keep going through the same emotional cycles without realizing it. Jesus is going to break that pattern for you. You have thought about some events so many times that you cannot keep track of them. There are conversations, decisions, and chances you think you missed, or that you wish had gone differently. These mental loops are being gently broken today by Jesus. You don't have to forget about your past, but you should finally look at it with truth instead of regret. Shame stops speaking when the truth comes in. This is taking place now for a reason. You are getting close to a time when doubting yourself would be harmful, not because you are weak, but because what God is about to give you needs trust that comes from Him, not from how well you do. Jesus knows that if you don't deal with your shame, it will cloud your judgment in the future. Since the next door is about to open, He is taking care of it now. At this stage, there is inner warfare, so Archangel Michael continues to watch over. Not big loud fights, but quiet talks with thoughts you have taken as true for too long. Thoughts like, I mess up everything, I am behind, and other people are better qualified than me. These are not true. They sound like fear. The fact that Archangel Michael is there shows that these lies are being faced and broken down. Take note of how Jesus does this. He doesn't blame you. You are not pushed by Him. He only shows you what isn't in line with who you are becoming. That is how God makes changes. That last resistance is made by force. Revelation leads to giving up. You are not being pushed ahead. You are being pulled forward under the surface. Something else is going on. You are becoming more aware of God's voice. You might notice little nudges, soft impressions, or moments of clarity that come to you without you having to do anything. This isn't making things up, this is being close. God speaks more clearly when you take the time to listen. Jesus is teaching you to know His voice, without always having to be told. This is also a time to get better. Refinement doesn't mean taking away something valuable. It means making the goal clear. Some desires are being changed. Some goals are becoming less ambitious or being changed. Not because they were wrong, but because they hadn't thought of everything. God is making you more driven, so that when you succeed, it doesn't take away your peace. You might feel disconnected from things used to interest you a lot. Drama wears me out. It is empty to compare things. Validation doesn't seem necessary. That is not a lack of interest. That is growing up. When you find your identity in God, noise from the outside world loses its appeal. Jesus is showing you how to live, so that you are full instead of hungry. This story also teaches us about trust. Not trust in the results, but trust in the way things are done. You are learning that God's timing doesn't punish being ready. It makes it better. What seemed like a delay was actually progress. The skills you thought were useless were getting better. You didn't know that you were building strengths in the background. There was no loss. The fact that Archangel Michael is still with you shows you that protection doesn't always look like rescue. Holding back is sometimes what it looks like. You were kept from things that would have worn you down. You couldn't go down paths that would have taken your attention away. At the time, it was annoying. Now that things are clearer, that anger is being replaced by gratitude. Jesus also wants you to know that you don't have to tell everyone about your growth. Growth that is real speaks for itself. People will notice when your point of view changes without you having to say anything. You will react in a different way. You will make a different choice. You will rest in a different way. The change will be clear. Pay attention to how calm you are. Peace will guide you now. If something is in line with God's will, you feel peace, even if it makes you work hard. If something throws you off, your unease will tell you to be careful, even if it seems appealing. Jesus is teaching you to follow peace instead of stress. It might feel quiet here on the trip, but it is not empty. A lot of the time, the deepest work gets done in silence. Before anything else grows on top of the ground, seeds grow. Now, you are at that stage. Don't bother what God is growing by giving it too much thought. As this calms down, get ready on the inside. Not by trying hard, but by staying open, willing to learn, and willing to listen. What is coming will need the stability that God is putting in place right now. And what comes next will be strong because this base is being laid carefully. Stay with this as it happens. You are not going nowhere. You are being led with purpose. What comes next will start to show you how this inner change will soon show up in real life in ways you can see and feel. Right now, someone needs what you have received. A friend, a family member, someone at work who is quietly having a hard time. You are a bridge that heaven wants to use. That is why I want you to send this video to other people. Not because you have to, but because it is the right thing to do. This is more than just a video. When you share this word, the anointing is leaving you. You are applying breakthrough to the situation of someone else. And the Bible makes it clear. Those who water others will be watered themselves. You can expect your own anointing to grow as you share. You can expect your own breakthrough to happen faster. Send this video right now. Send it. Put it up. Allow it to go. Being willing to share will give you access to something in your life that you cannot get any other way. As this message goes on, Jesus wants you to pay attention to how this work inside of you will start to affect your daily life. Changes in your spiritual life should never be kept secret. In the end, it changes how you talk, what you choose, and how you handle everyday things. What is changing in you will soon start to have an effect on things you used to feel helpless about. It is possible that you can already tell that your tolerance for being out of alignment is lowering. Things you used to put up with just to keep the peace now weigh you down. Revolt is not what this is. This is the awakening of discernment. Jesus is teaching you that peace is not having no problems, but having truth in your life. False peace cannot last when the truth comes out. In the same way, your spirit is getting stronger. The kind that keeps you steady, not the kind that makes you loud or angry. You are learning how to stand up straight without having to say anything. Learn how to trust without needing to be reassured, and how to wait without getting anxious. These are indications of spiritual maturity, and get you ready for responsibilities that are too big for fear to handle. The more clear you become, the more selective you must be. So, Archangel Michael keeps watch. You should no longer be able to access everything. You don't have to be emotionally invested in every conversation. Even if the chance looks good, it might not be right for you. At this time of year, protection looks like smart thinking. In the same way, Jesus changes how you see authority. You may have been underestimating how much power your words and choices have for a long time. You put it off too quickly. Too often you had doubts about yourself. Now God is giving you back your rightful power. But not over other people. It is over your own life. That is the first place where power must be used. Watch how you talk to people the next few times you see them. You will notice that your answers are more deliberate, calm, and clear. You are not getting farther away. This is you getting grounded. You are less likely to get caught up in emotional chaos when you are grounded. There is one more thing Jesus wants you to understand. Distance often comes with growth, not because love goes away, but because things become less aligned. Some connections will change on their own. There will be conversations that are less interesting. This isn't loss. This is the change. Do not push what God is slowly moving. You are also being asked to join a new rhythm, an underlying beat that values rest and trusts the gut. You don't have to fill in every blank or prove every point anymore. You will find strength in the silence. In silence, you can make better decisions. When things are still, confidence grows. Archangel Michael's presence also serves as a reminder that discipline is necessary to safeguard spiritual authority. Discipline in how you think, how you speak, and where you put your attention. You don't have to keep an eye on everything, but you should be careful. What you allow, over and over again, shapes what you eventually accept as normal. Jesus is getting you ready for a time when you will have to pick alignment over approval. At first, that choice might feel hard, but it will give you freedom in the end. In the short term, obedience can feel expensive, but in the long term, it can feel worth it. Giving in is easy at first, but it costs a lot in the end. You are being taught how to tell the difference. As soon as you get this message, please take a moment to respond to it. What you do when you like, share, and comment on a video is more than that. You are a part of getting this message to people who need it. This is not a one-time word, so subscribe and stay in touch. This journey is still going on, and staying in sync is important. Now, pay close attention to this. Being calm is not the same thing as being passive. It is getting ready. When God is about to trust someone, He doesn't rush them. He starts by making them stable. You are being held in place, so that when the movement starts, you don't freak out or question your choices. You will soon have a chance to use what you are learning. Even though it looks small, it will have spiritual weight. The way you answer will determine how things go from here. You will not fail the test that Jesus gives you. He is giving you more proof of what He has already built in you. The enemy often tries to rush decisions when things become clearer, which is why Archangel Michael stays there. Being in a hurry without peace is a red flag. When things are in line, there is peace, even when the next step is brave. believe that inner voice right now. It is being sharpened. You can seal this moment with your faith. If you feel that peace right now and think that God is holding you down with something strong. In the comments, type Amen one more time. Not as an echo, but as a stronger agreement. First Amen was when you woke up. This Amen is what holds you down. This verse says, I will not turn back or look away. My eyes are fixed on what God is doing. Let this second Amen come from lower in your spirit. Type it right now to let God know you are locked in. Keep this moment in mind. A lot of people would move on once the feelings are no longer strong. On the other hand, wisdom stays active even after emotions calm down. This is where understanding gets stronger. This is where revelation turns into action. Stay with this as it happens. Next, something very real will be revealed that will link everything you have been feeling inside with what is coming next. This part is very important to pay attention to, because it will affect how you move forward. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description, or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Before we go any further, I want to talk to the messengers in this room. There are people in your circle who need confirmation more than anything. The search is going on in silence. This video is how God wants to reach them. That is what you need to do. Right now, share this word from the prophet. Not tomorrow. When you have time, no. Right now. When you share, you bring about the breakthrough in your own life. It says in the Bible that if you give, it will be given to you. Heaven fills your cup again and again, when you give this word to someone else. Put this video on your story, send it by text. Put it wall. Allow the anointing to flow through you and reach someone who is ready. Now, while the Spirit is still moving, do it, my beloved child. We have reached a point where our understanding of one another is deeper. This message from Jesus is not about what you will do next, but about who you are becoming as time goes on. Identity is always more important than assignment. When assignments come first, they put pressure on you. But when someone is sure of who they are, assignment goes smoothly. That is why God has been so careful with this. In a quiet way, you may start to feel more confident. Not cockiness or reliance on yourself, but a calm awareness that you are being held, led, and guarded. Being sure of yourself doesn't shout. It doesn't match up, it doesn't move quickly. It just stands. This kind of trust from Jesus is what will hold you up. Because what is ahead will need steadiness more than speed. Jesus wants you to pay attention to something important about how you have been feeling lately. Your reactions aren't as strong as they used to be. Things that used to bother you no longer do. They just go right through you. Being numb is not that. That is what heals. When cuts and scrapes heal, pain cannot control how you act. Archangel Michael's continued presence means that you need to strengthen your spiritual posture at this stage. Balance is based on posture, endurance is based on balance. It is being taught to you how to handle responsibility without giving up. This isn't just a short burst of speed. It is training for the long term. In the same way, Jesus is correcting how you see opposition. You used to see problems as signals to pause. You are now learning to see them as signs of where to go. A lot of the time, resistance shows us where growth is happening. There would be no growth in you if you were not challenged. This doesn't mean you want to fight. But you are not afraid of it, either. There is also a lesson about knowing the difference between suspicion and discernment. There is peace and clarity in the mind. Suspicion is tense and restless. You can trust your judgment without overthinking it, because Jesus is teaching you that. You will know when something isn't lined up right. Not out of fear, but because the peace is leaving. That awareness is getting stronger. Now, pay attention to how your prayers are changing. Things are getting easier, more honest, and less like a show. You are not trying to say things that will make God like you anymore. When you talk to Him, you sound like you believe He will listen. That change is very important. God responds much more to sincerity than to words that sound good. You may also want to protect your inner world more and more. You pick and choose what you watch, listen to, and talk about. This is not cashing out. This is being a steward. You need to protect what God is building in you, until it is strong enough to stand on its own. The presence of Archangel Michael makes this need for spiritual boundaries even stronger. There are no walls at the edges. They work as filters. They let the things that feed you in, and the things that drain you out. You are learning that sometimes saying no is a sign of obedience and not being selfish. Jesus wants you to know that rest is a weapon you can use. Anxiety loses its power when you rest in Him. Manipulation doesn't work on you when you don't rush. To rest does not mean to do nothing. It means to move without getting scared. That is how fast things move in heaven. You might feel a little out of sync with the people around you sometimes. Conversations might not go very deep. Some worries might not be as important now. If you get this wrong, it can make you feel alone, but it is not being alone. It is time for change. There are different people who move at the same time when you change frequencies. Don't be hard on yourself about this. Also, don't judge other people. Each person sets their own time. It is not your job to push people forward. It is your job to stay where you are. The people who are meant to walk with you will naturally change. Jesus also wants you to let go of the need to fully understand everything. Not everyone having to understand is not a requirement for obedience. People didn't understand Jesus either. Being in line with God is more important than getting other people's approval. This realization will free you from emotional work that you don't need to do. As this knowledge sinks in, you might feel a mix of mild excitement and seriousness. That combination means it is time to go. You know what is coming, but you are not scared of it anymore. Being brave doesn't mean not being afraid. It is the choice to put more faith in God than in fear. Because this is a crossing point. Archangel Michael stays close by, not exciting from the outside, but important from the inside. From reacting to responding, you are now there. From surviving to figuring things out. From trying to standing. When you cross, you don't want to go back. Don't take this too seriously, but do pay attention. Here, seriousness means paying attention, not being tense. Let the truth you are getting gently shape your posture. You don't have to make things change. There is already change. What is next will start to connect this inner change to a certain direction. Not every little thing, but just enough to make you feel good about your next move. Stay in the present. Keep your door open. This is where things start to become clear, my beloved. Because it connects your inner change to a divine purpose that has been going on quietly for a long time. What Jesus is telling you now has more significance. Many people can feel this part, but cannot put their finger on it. You felt like your life was meant to be more than running from one thing to another, just getting through the days. In that sense, there was no imagination. Yes, it was recognition. Jesus is showing you that the way you have been getting ready has not been by chance. Your discernment was shaped by every season that tested you, every delay that made you work harder, and every quiet moment that didn't feel like it was getting anything done. God wasn't just making you better people. Increasing your spiritual awareness was what He was doing. Being aware of what is coming next is important, because what you are stepping into needs more wisdom than enthusiasm. The fact that Archangel Michael is here is important. If fate and duty come together, Archangel Michael is there to protect you with truth and courage. His presence lets you know that you are not going forward by yourself. You are not supposed to figure things out on your own. You are being led, watched over, and given strength for what is to come. A calling has come into your life that doesn't look like stress, but like a fit. It might not fit with what people usually expect. It might not make everyone happy, but it will make you feel good. Jesus doesn't want you to follow someone else's path. He wants you to walk the path that was made just for you. Compare must finally lose its power at this point. When you compare your path to someone else's, things become less clear. Your training, your schedule, and your goal are all unique. It is not like God rushes works of art or makes predictions for everyone. You were shaped on purpose and with great care. Also, Jesus is clearing up a misunderstanding you may have had. You thought being ready meant always being sure of yourself. To be ready, you have to be ready to trust God, even when you feel weak. Moses thought he was small. David felt like he was forgotten. I was scared for Esther. Still, they all moved forward when alignment told them to, not when comfort did. There will be times when obeying feels quiet and not seen. Do not forget about those times. The way heaven judges obedience is different from how the world does. What other people think is unimportant may have eternal weight. Because you are dependable in small things, you can handle more responsibility. It is also being said to you that calling doesn't take away your humanity. You will still feel things. Your feelings will still bother you, but they will not be able to control you. You will not be held back by questions anymore. You can be humble and in charge at the same time, because Jesus is teaching you this. It will take courage, so Archangel Michael stays close. Not loud courage, but steady courage that doesn't get out of hand. The kind that always shows up when there are shortcuts available. This type of person chooses integrity. The kind that stays in line, even when things take a while to happen. Jesus wants you to let go of something very important right now. A worry about messing up. A lot of people don't move when God tells them to, because they are afraid they will fail. God does not expect us to be perfect. He respects who is willing. Correction is a way to grow, not a sign that you failed. As you think about this more, you might feel both serious and calm at the same time. There is a holy mix there. It means you know how important what God is doing is, but it doesn't crush you. Peace is your sign that you are on the right track. There is also a spiritual sealing going on right now. You cannot take back what has been shown to you. It is possible for doubt to come back, but it will not have the same power. You have reached a new level of understanding. From now on, you will be able to follow your intuition more easily. Before this message goes on, receive this blessing activation. If this truth hits home for you, Type "I am chosen for purpose" in the comments saying, "I know who I am" instead of "I hope I am chosen." You are not just leaving a comment when you type those words. You are letting the enemy know who you are over their voice. Let this statement rise with authority. I know whose I am and what I am called to. Now type "I am chosen for purpose," and let heaven record what you say. Take this blessing activation before reading the rest of this message. If your spirit knows this to be true, type "I am chosen for purpose" in the comments. Now that blessing code 1122 is active. Your calling is filled with clarity, courage, and divine alignment. My beloved child, as we move forward, Jesus wants you to pay attention to how important it is to be wise while you are moving. Being passive and being smart about your waiting are two different things. You are not being told to be afraid and stop moving, or to be excited and move quickly. You are being asked to be alert and ready with a steady heart and a spirit that is awake. Your decisions should be based on peace. Right now, what you feel is not pressure. It is alignment getting ready to show itself. When you move, alignment always comes first. When God aligns you on the inside, doors open on the outside. There may be small changes in the people you talk to, the things that happen around you, the chances that come up out of the blue, or a sudden realization of what doesn't work anymore. These are not picks. They mean something. Jesus wants you to know that in this next season, discernment will be the most important thing that helps you. Not advice from everyone, not trends, not a sense of urgency, but smarts. With discernment, you talk less and listen more. It looks around before it acts, and it waits for peace to come before it moves. This is the maturity that God has been building up in you. Archangel Michael stays because it is important to protect discernment. When things become clearer, distractions often get worse. There may be many good choices, but not all of them are brought to you by God. Being wise means knowing the difference. Being taught to see not only what is good, but also what is aligned. Also, the way you deal with uncertainty is getting better. In the past, unpredictability made you feel stressed. You needed answers right away. Now, uncertainty doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel dangerous. It feels open. There is a reason for that. You trust God's direction more than your own. This change is very important, because the next steps might not be clear at first. Jesus doesn't always show the whole path at the start. He tells you just enough to trust Him and not be afraid. You are learning to walk by light, not by being able to see everything. Each step makes the next one brighter. That is how faith gets stronger without getting careless. You might also notice that you can handle your feelings better. Now, disappointments don't break you as much as they used to. No longer do delays feel like being turned down. From now on, you are looking at events through the lens of aim instead of feeling. You will avoid needless pain if you look at things that way. Archangel Michael's job is to keep your mind safe. Patterns of thought are changing where negativity used to keep going. Now, clarity comes in. Self-doubt used to be there, but now confidence is slowly growing. Though doubts will still come up from time to time, they will not be as easy to deal with. The truth has moved in. Jesus is also getting you ready to see how divine timing works. While some doors are easy to open, others will not. Of course, easy doesn't always mean right, and hard doesn't always mean wrong. Being able to discern will help you know when to keep going, and when to stop. That sensitivity is growing very quickly. Now, this is a call to trust your inner peace, even when reason says you should be sure. Peace is not having any questions. It is God being with them. When peace goes along with a choice, heaven is involved. When worry takes over, pausing is often a good idea. You might feel excited for a while, and then calm and serious again. That beat is good for you. Being too excited without a grounding causes burnout. Being serious without having fun makes you feel heavy. Balance is what God is teaching you. Balance is what keeps calling going overtime. Do not forget how powerful small steps that are taken in obedience can be. Being faithful over and over again leads to big results. You don't have to say what you are going to do, or why you are making each choice. When you follow God's lead, silence can be a form of strength. What you do should speak for itself when the time is right. Jesus also wants you to let go of the idea that you need to be sure of everything before you move. Faith does not take away the fear of the unknown. It makes you brave to go with it. You are learning to put more faith in God's character than in the things that happen to you. The trust will not let you down. There is a new kind of spiritual authority at work because Archangel Michael is here. No, you are not just safe. You are allowed to having the freedom to say no. Allowed to wait without fear. Allowed to speak up without saying sorry. The power behind this is quiet but real. As you listen some more, pay attention to how your spirit feels engaged instead of overwhelmed. That was done on purpose. God isn't giving you a lot of information at once. He is giving you wise advice. Being wise doesn't hurry. Getting along is what this part of the journey is all about. All of the things you have heard, felt, and thought are coming together. Not as pressure, but as readiness. Being someone who can carry what God is about to give you is what you are becoming. Pay close attention here. A lot of people stop doing things when they feel safe. But this is where understanding gets better. This next part will make a link between discernment, timing, and purpose that points in a clear direction. Wait for what comes next. This is the point where insight turns into movement. That change will happen, and you will want to be there. My beloved child, Jesus is now pointing out a quiet movement that will have a big effect in the long run. This is not the kind of movement that makes a lot of noise. This is the kind that changes your direction without making things go crazy. You are about to enter a time when you need to take action. But you need to act based on wisdom instead of impulse. In this lesson, God shows you how to move without trying. It is important to know that momentum from God is not the same as momentum from pressure. Movement that is driven by pressure is restless and tiring. God's steps are steady and have a purpose. You might feel an internal readiness rising, not a sense of urgency, but a desire to do something. That willingness is proof that the work of preparation was worth it. Jesus wants you to understand that you no longer need approval from other people to move forward. At one point in your journey, you felt like you needed approval. You wanted to be sure that the choice you were making was the right one. Now, there is comfort coming from alignment within. It means that you are growing. When you turn to God as your compass, you cannot be confused because both stillness and movement need protection. Archangel Michael stays. Some people will not understand your choices as you start to act on what you know. A few people might question your timing. Others might not understand what you mean. In this case, you need to be brave and smart at the same time. You don't have to persuade everyone. You are told to follow through. You might notice that chances start to show up in small ways. Conversations start out of the blue. Clear ideas come to the surface. Paths that felt blocked at first start to open up. Do not rush through these times. Look at them, use them to pray. Let peace back them up. You don't need to hurry. God, pay attention, please. Jesus also shows you how to be responsible without being scared. Being responsible shouldn't be too much for you. It is meant to make you stronger. Grace goes along with responsibility that comes from God. It causes stress when it comes from expecting something. You are getting better at telling them apart. There is also a lesson about being steady here. Small acts of faithfulness keep big changes going. Going to places when no one is looking. Picking integrity when shortcuts show up. Being patient when results don't come right away. These decisions have a bigger effect on outcomes than dramatic events ever will. The presence of Archangel Michael denotes that God is building something that will be safe through discipline. Discipline is not a limit. Structure is what makes growth possible. It will become more and more important to guard your time, thoughts, and energy. You are not getting stiff. You are going to do things on purpose. Jesus wants you to know that your confidence didn't just appear out of nowhere. Obedience, thought, and giving up were the things that built it. Now that you have confidence, you can move forward. Not steps based on fear, but steps based on faith that are based on knowledge. As this message keeps coming to you, please take a moment to take part in it. Share this message and leave a comment if you like it. It will reach more people who are waiting for confirmation just like you were. Sign up and stay in touch. Because what God is doing here is ongoing, and staying in sync is important. Now pay close attention. Don't worry about being late. Divine timing favors you. You have chosen to move at this speed. Going faster would have hurt you. Slower would have made you give up. God made this journey just right for the person you are becoming. You may also want to make your life easier more and more. Complexity makes things less clear. Jesus wants you to keep your focus simple, so that your energy doesn't get spread out. When you sharpen your focus, you become more effective. It will be more important what you do than how much you do. Archangel Michael's continued presence is a reminder that being protected does not mean you will not face any problems. It means that no challenge will be able to stop you. There may be problems, but they will not stop you. You are more stable, rooted, and grounded now. Jesus is also teaching you to trust the flow of things without getting attached to the results. This is how you learn to do what is right, and let God handle the rest. That let go will keep your peace. You are responsible for obedience. The results are God's. As this calms down, notice how fear doesn't affect your choices as much. It might still whisper, but it doesn't lead anymore. It is being replaced by wisdom that changes things in a big way. Too many people quit too soon, so they never get to this stage. You stuck around, listened, and let God do a deep work in your life. The next event will give you more information about how this movement will impact not only you, but also people in your life. What God is doing through you is bigger than you think. And it is about to become clearer what that means. Hold on to this moment. You are not rushing towards something you don't know much about. You are ready for what you are about to do. My beloved child, Jesus is now calling you to look past yourself, and see how this change is already having an effect on other people. God never does things by himself. The things he builds in one life are often meant to give other people light, stability, or direction. Some of you may not have realized this before, but people have been watching how you handle things, how you react, and how you stay calm even when things get tough. Nobody could hear you when you were quiet, but your life did. That is why getting ready took so long. Influence that isn't based in reality does harm, but influence that is based on humility heals. Jesus has been shaping you, not only for your own breakthrough, but also for how your obedience will touch other people in a quiet way. No one is putting you in a position to impress. You are set up to make an impact. People may start to be more honest with you. They might want your opinion, your presence, or just someone to listen. This is not a mistake. When God gives peace to someone, other people are naturally drawn to them. Peace gives you power. Calm is a trustworthy word. There is nothing you need to say. It will speak for itself what God has done in you. Archangel Michael stays close, because having more power means having to be smarter. Not everyone who talks to you will need to know about your private life. Being overexposed is not necessary for compassion. Jesus is showing you how to love without giving up who you are. That balance is very important for what is to come. A responsibility is also being made clear here. It is not a burden to be responsible, it means being responsible. Your words, time, attention, and energy are being managed as you learn this. These resources are holy. They matter where you put them. God is giving you this knowledge, because He knows you can handle it well. Jesus wants you to know that how consistently you follow Him will matter more than how intensely you follow Him. A lot of people start out strong and then lose it. This is how you are being trained to last. Having endurance is what gives you purpose during times of uncertainty. To keep going when your emotions change, you need to have spiritual stamina. You may also feel more responsible, not out of fear, but out of honor. You no longer want to speak or act without thinking. No, this is not a restriction. It means honor. Honor for what God is doing or for the work He has given you to do. The presence of Archangel Michael denotes a strengthening of spiritual integrity. Integrity is when what you believe and what you do match up. You are changing into someone whose actions match their beliefs. Being honest in that way naturally builds trust, without any work on your part. Jesus is also getting you ready for times when being obedient will mean being patient with people who are not yet where you are. This doesn't mean being better. It means getting it. You needed grace, too, at one point. That will help you keep your heart soft while keeping your mind sharp. Jesus wants you to let go of something very important right now. An urge to hurry things up for other people. You cannot make growth happen. You cannot speed up the healing. Your job is not to fix things, but to show what God has done in you. Pressure isn't the best way to get people to change. Reflection is. There may be times when you feel God's pleasure, not because of what you did, but because of who you are becoming. That happiness is quiet but deep. It tells you that you are walking in the right direction. Don't ignore those times. Let them make you stronger. Archangel Michael stays alert because as power grows, humility must be kept safe. Pride doesn't always show up in a big way. It can look like self-reliance at times. Jesus is telling you to keep relying on Him, even as your faith grows. Dependence keeps authority in good shape. You are also learning how to be there for other people, without taking on their pain. This is a skill that gets better with age. When you have empathy without limits, you get tired. Discernment lets you care without getting too involved. You are getting better at this balance. Now that everything is calm, you may notice that your prayers are changing again. Asking for help is becoming more important to them than asking for change. You want to go with God, not ahead of Him. So you want to know what He is up to. You should now move with Him instead of ahead of Him. This part of the journey is about becoming who you are. You are now living the truth you heard earlier, not just understanding it. It takes time for living truth to change everything it touches. Your faith is not being shown. You do it every day and pay attention to what people say. This stage is quiet but strong. A lot of people miss how important it is, because it doesn't feel dramatic. But this is where a legacy is made out of, but not in moments, but in patterns. What comes next will make this message feel like it is over. Not the end, but the very end. A clear moment when understanding, alignment, and purpose all come together. Stay in the present. You will want to receive what is about to be given to you. If you are still reading, it is because heaven has been following your progress. Don't break that right now. Before we get to the final sealing, make sure you subscribe to this channel. When you subscribe, you do more than just watch what a channel posts. You are making God's prophecy come true in your life. You are telling them, I will stay until the promise comes true. I will not cancel before my due season. Every subscription is watched over in heaven. What it is a promise to connect, to subscribe. Press the button right now. Say out loud that you are locked into divine alignment until everything that was said comes true. This is the crucial moment, my beloved child. It is not the end. It is a divine settling of all that has been said, shown, and made inside you. Jesus isn't in a hurry to close this chapter, because what is being sealed must stay stable, even after feelings fade. You are not just understanding what you are getting now. It is a promise. Promise that God has been with you in every secret place, and will stay with you in everything that comes next. You are at a threshold, and these are holy places. They mark points in time when the old doesn't define you anymore, and the new doesn't seem so far away. In the unknown, you are not going in blind. What you are about to do has already been planned out. Jesus didn't send his kids somewhere he hadn't already been. Just think about how different you feel now than when this message started. The sense of urgency has changed into clarity. Peace has taken the place of the weight. The doubts have turned into trust. This is how God finishes what he starts. He doesn't make you feel upset or stirred up. He grounds you and lines you up. Archangel Michael is still here to see that everything is finished. In the Bible, when a divine assignment reached the sealing phase, Archangel Michael stood watch to make sure that fear or confusion could not undo what had been set in stone. His presence now lets you know that what you got is safe. It cannot be taken, changed, or undone. This is what Jesus wants you to understand. You do not need another sign to confirm what God has done. The sign was this message itself. The confirmation came from the fact that you felt known. From now on, faith will not be based on constant reassurance, but on remembering. Don't forget what God showed you. Remember how fear gave way to peace. Remember how clarity got rid of the mess. In the future, there will be times when everything seems normal again. Don't take that as a sign of loss. The truth is, lived out during normal seasons. You can now walk forward without having to keep up the intensity. Your strength will become how consistent you are. There will only be quiet obedience between you and them. Jesus is also freeing you from the need to be perfect. You will still get better. You will still learn. You will still get used to it. Growth does not rule you out. Mistakes don't stop you from calling. You can always receive God's grace as long as you keep your heart open. You don't have to carry this perfectly. People expect you to carry it honestly. Take note of how your identity feels stronger now. Opinions don't bother you very much. Comparisons don't make you who you are. You are not afraid of falling behind, so you keep going. Being stable is a gift. It is safe for you. The noise doesn't bother you. The presence of Archangel Michael reminds you. that you are still safe even after revelation. You are not going to leave this moment by yourself. After a message is sent, heaven doesn't go away. God stays. Help is still available. Wisdom is still available. Jesus is telling you to move forward with respect, not force. Respect for the time. Respect for other people, and respect for yourself. You can move at a speed that doesn't disturb the peace. Your life is holy. It is time for alignment. There is also a release going on right now. Let go of the old expectations you had for yourself. Free yourself from timelines that were not God's. Free yourself from voices that don't matter anymore. When these go away, room is made for what is true. You don't know everything that will happen next, but you do know enough. You know who has you locked up. You listen well. Peace lets you know when to take a step. Okay, that is enough. Faith doesn't need to see everything. It only needs to trust in who God is. Get this final blessing activation before this message ends. Please write, "I walk in divine alignment," in the comments if you get this word. Now that blessing code 1440 has been sent out, peace, wisdom, and divine guidance will be sealed over your life. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description, or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary, where we discuss the Word daily, and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit Out Community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He is extending his hand and inviting you into a protected high vibrational community, where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you will not just receive blessings, they will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary, where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.